last time I was here, you said to me that the radio systems with Springfield had changed. Like, what exactly was going on with that?
Well, we were able to hear them on the radio, and apparently they have decided to go silent or incognito, however they decide to do it. So we don't know what's going on in the city. That happened the day they brought the state troopers in to help them out. So after that, we have no idea what's going on now.
That was the chief of police from Tremont City, Chad Duncan, who has witnessed firsthand the upheaval to Springfield, Ohio, and the fallout for local law enforcement. And Chad joins us right now. So thanks so much for your time. I would love to start with just the radio communications that we heard there. And are they still down in between the towns?
Yeah, Springfield is still, they have encrypted all of the Springfield radios. That includes the police, the fire, everything. So we have no way of hearing what's going on with them.
I just can't help but ask. I mean, so what do you think is going on? They haven't communicated why?
They have, after our interview the last time, they said it's for officer safety. If that's the case, I didn't know it was so unsafe in the city all of a sudden, but maybe it is, and we just don't know about it. So
curious timing. Well, let me say, what I was going to ask you is that video that we just showed is a short version of a longer interview that I believe will be on YouTube at BlazeTV soon, along with another article. There's already one out there you can find at theblaze.com about what you told Julio. I was wondering about any kind of fallout since. I mean, that video we just showed, I think, had 360,000 views. I mean, you sort of went viral there, Chad. and a lot of people asking a lot of questions. What has it been like since the last interview?
Everybody, that knows me, they're telling me just be careful, watch my six. And I'm not really worried about that. I think it's time for us to just put it out there. Everybody says they're going to do something. They want to do something. I decided that I would do something. I would speak my mind and what everybody else is afraid to speak. So,
well, good for you. Yeah. And I just want to know on a personal level, right? Like, you're in the neighboring town right now. What is it like? There's media coverage, there's national attention, people keep talking about it. What is life like there right now?
It's a little bit different. Everybody is on edge, and I understand why they're on edge. I think that things have been done so quickly, so drastically, and the answers that we get just don't add up.
Chad, it was interesting to me how you basically said, what I took from some of what you said was follow the money. That obviously there's a lot of money here, and I don't know if you saw this, but recently Ezra Namani published an article over the weekend saying that George Ten, who owns the staffing agency Diversity First that brought in a lot of the Haitians, she says that's a $180 million operation. $180 million. And I mean, that's a lot of money. So I can only imagine how that has been spread throughout the city. This is how it works. Have you, do you talk about that a lot with people? Do you guys see a lot of evidence of, politicians, people getting rich off this?
We see people, I think people are lining their pockets at the expense of not only the Haitians, but the American people. That's why I decided to speak up. This shouldn't be happening. There could have been better ways that this was done that would have been beneficial for everybody involved, like I said in my last interview. However, it wasn't done that way. So here we are, and let's just be honest, this problem ain't going to go away. We're going to have to figure out now, instead of standing around and crying about it, we're going to have to figure out how to make it work.
Yeah, there certainly is. That is something that I think every American should be concerned about and be interested in the answer to that question, and not just to help Springfield, but to help themselves, because this is going to happen in a lot of other places. And so if we don't stand here, what are we going to do? I'm curious, whether you have thoughts about the fact that this issue is probably going to be raised tomorrow night, let's be honest, in the debate between the vice presidential candidates. I can almost guarantee that they're going to be talking about Springfield, Ohio. Do you have any thoughts about that?
Well, I just hope that before somebody says anything, make sure they have the facts. I know that it was put out there on the internet, of course, that they were eating dogs and cats here in Springfield. There has been no evidence of that. However, they have been taking geese, they have been taking ducks, they've taken livestock, and they're eating it. I get that, and that's the way they do in their country. So, you know, here we are. They've never been acclimated to America's ways and cultures. So their third world way of living comes over here, and that's just what they continue to do. And it just doesn't work for America.